K-Gun 9 is sponsored by Arizona Lottery.
On air, online, on your side. You're watching K-Gun 9 Good Morning Tucson.
Need to respond to South Grove and Mill Street to establish a perimeter.
How long have you been looking for her today?
Since it happened. Just confused and worried. I'm trying to find out where my baby's at.
The suspect did act alone during this heinous crime.
He shot and killed horrifically, incomprehensibly, students and killed a teacher.
Days after a shooter walked into a grocery store to gun down African American patrons, we have another Sandy Hook on our hands.
When parents drop their kids off at school, they have every expectation to know that they're going to be able to pick their child up when that school day ends. And there are families who are in mourning right now.
To lose a child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away. And God bless the loss of innocent life on this sad day.
This is Good Morning Tucson. Another deadly mass school shooting. This time, at least 19 students and 2 adults. One of them was a teacher. They were killed in Texas. Several others were shot and hurt at an elementary school in the small town of Uvalde. The school was 2 days away from summer break. The community there broken over what's being called, quote, carnage by President Biden. ABC's Daniela Hurtado shares words from the president and another grieving community.
Families gathered overnight at an Uvalde, Texas civic center waiting and hoping to hear their children are safe. DNA now being used to identify those who did not survive the elementary school mass shooting.
How long will you wait?
I'm going to wait all I can, I'm concerned.
Hours after morning drop-off at Robb Elementary Tuesday, the alerts began, advising of an active shooter on campus.
We just hear all kinds of gunshots going off, like nonstop, like constantly gunshots. And then we're over here all scared on the ground, fearing for our lives.
Close to 11:30 a.m. local time, authorities say the shooting suspect, 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, made his way inside the school wearing body armor and carrying at least one AR-15 style rifle. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says it appears responding officers later shot and killed Ramos. As local and federal law enforcement look deeper into the investigation and Ramos, families are coming forward about their lost loved ones. The family of 10-year-old Javier Lopez says his mother was with him at a school awards ceremony hours before the shooting. Across the country, President Biden has ordered American flags to fly at half-staff in honor of the victims. From the White House, he and First Lady Jill Biden joined the Uvalde families in mourning, while calling for common sense gun laws.
It's a time to turn this pain into action. For every parent, for every citizen in this country, we have to make it clear to every elected official in this country, it's time to act.
A vigil was held in the heart of this small town overnight. Everyone in this community is mourning as several families are still waiting for information on their missing children. In Uvalde, Texas, Daniela Hurtado, ABC News.
Arizona and other states will set their flags at half-staff as a way to honor the people killed Tuesday. Governor Doug Ducey says flags at all state buildings will be lowered until sunset Saturday night. In a statement, Ducey called the day's events heartbreaking and soul-wrenching. Lawmakers from across Arizona are sharing their reaction to the deadly shooting in Texas. Both Arizona Senators Kyrsten Sinema, Mark Kelly, and his wife say they are heartbroken by the news. In Kelly's statement, he pointed to his firsthand experience seeing gun violence, writing in part, quote, "I know how helpless a person can feel when their family is impacted in this way." Attorney General Mark Brnovich tweeting his condolences, saying that we need to, quote, "stand together against evil and those who target our most vulnerable," end quote. Tucson Mayor Regina Romero also shared her thoughts on Twitter, saying, quote, "No parent should ever endure the loss of a child to such a horrific mass shooting," end quote. We will continue to follow this developing story throughout the morning. You can always check in with K-Gun 9 on air and online for the latest coverage.
Now, K-Gun 9 on your side, first warning weather.
Good morning, 5:04. We are sitting at 65 degrees at the airport right now. Clear skies across the board with just a few kind of wispy clouds there. Definitely not keeping temps any warmer. We've already dipped to the mid-60s and likely will continue to go down as we begin the first hour of sunrise in about 15 minutes. So before work, if you're enjoying the outdoors, maybe doing a little coffee drinking on the patio, it's going to be nice. Still in the mid-70s even as we cross over into the 8 o'clock hour. But there's that warm up. That's what you're going to feel in the afternoon. We're jumping about 5 degrees from yesterday's high. So hence we are now in the third day of Heat Awareness Week. So please heed all the warnings because that heat is about to go up substantially as we get into the second half of the week. And I will say this, we've got a lot of heat restrictions and related illnesses that we've been talking about since Monday. Tina is out live. She's talked to some firefighters about ways to stay safe and avoid that heat. Tina?
Yeah, good morning, April. I've already seen a lot of people here start their day off bright and early, starting to do their hike before it gets really, really hot. And I spoke with firefighters who say this is one of the ways to help keep them safe while enjoying the outdoors this summer. With Heat Awareness Week, today is all about the A in heat, which stands for awareness. The best way to fight the heat is to stay informed and to know what symptoms you have for heat exhaustion or heat stroke.
Easier to spot in other people than it is necessarily to see in yourself. Sometimes it's when we're seeing heat cramps and dizzy, lightheaded, we know somebody doesn't look right, but it's hard when you're dealing with yourself. So you know that you want to be more self-aware that you could be experiencing those same things.
Rob also says that staying safe in the heat also helps keep the firefighters safe because when they go on those rescues, it can sometimes be a risk to their health as well. Tina Giuliano, KGUN 9 on your side.